That Kid Blast record,
Uh-huh.
brand new, never opened. It was never opened. Like it had been partially open, like the seal had been broke,
Uh-huh.
but it hadn't been completely open. Never been played. The only time it's ever been played was when I played it yesterday and recorded it,
Yep.
and that was the first and only time it's been played so far.
Mm.
And it recorded really well. Like, so I'm very stoked on it.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. I need to go through. I'll go through what records I have because I know I got some local stuff. The Rhino Humpers ones you probably already have.
Well, I only have. I might.
So I got two.
Oh yeah.
It may be the same one though. I don't know.
I'm not as interested in Never Seen It All, but I don't know if I have those songs. I have that song, but not the best recording of it, maybe. I've got to Join the Family 45. It's the Rhino Humpers tapes that I really need.
Oh. I think I have one. I'm not sure.
Well, I might have got the one from you, Bro for Life. I'm looking for maybe the Join the Family because it has another song on it than the record does. I'm not sure. I'm also looking for Super Sneaky.
Super Sneaky.
Super Sneaky came out after Join the Family, before Bro for Life. Super Sneaky has a song with Bob on it. It has a bunch of stuff thrown together from different places. It wasn't like we're going to sit down and record a record. No, this is a bunch of stuff just culled together from different recordings and sessions.
Yeah.
And Super Sneaky is the one I really want. And I also have The Final Straw, which was after Vince. It's just Brian, Jeff, and the other guy, drummer. What's going on in there?
Daddy-O?
No.
Not Daddy-O?
No.
I'm just double checking vocals. Making sure that we can be heard, which we can very well. So I'm happy.
No. Final Straw is Jeff, Brian, and Andrew.
Oh, okay.
We might play some Rhino Humpers today. I'm not sure. We have so much we could play today because I've just got a whole bunch of music.
Very cool.
I've been talking to you about it a little bit already before the show started. We're kind of starting the show now, but it's not really officially the show started. It's just the beginning. We're easing into the show.
Oh.
But I'm referencing that we're in a show. So guess we are kind of starting the show.
Yeah. I'm referencing it, so I might as well have it in the show.
Yeah.
Goodbye, gray sky, hello, blue. There's nothing can hold me when I hold you. You feel so right, you can't be wrong. Rocking and rolling all week long. These days are all being free. These days are all.
Hi, everyone. This is the MAWPCAST 1 radio program. And we're your hosts. I'm Potter.
I'm Chris.
And we come here every week.
Yep. Ashley's not here this
Ashley's
day.
not here this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just us two here this week. And we come here every week, two or more of us, usually, almost every week, to play songs from the greater Tacoma area, Pierce County, and the outlying regions, and the South Puget Sound scene here that we're at the heart of. Not so much Seattle, not so much Olympia. Those are great scenes, and it's all one big, giant, encompassing scene. But you can go even farther. The Northwest scene. You can go Idaho and Vancouver and Oregon. So, we just kind of focus on this little microcosm that we live in, this tiny space, our bubble, the Tacoma and surrounding areas. That's what we do.
Well, I find that the bigger the area you try to cover, it seems like the more you leave out. Because it's so much to cover, and we want to focus on everything and try to get to literally everybody. We want to try to literally get, if you're a band that only played, 5 songs, I mean, if you're still a band in this area, we would kind of like to have those songs.
Yep. Tracking them down, looking for them all the time.
That's the history of this area, and we want to be as thorough as possible.
I research so much local music history, and so little of it results in being able to hear it.
Yes,
This
I know.
this is my whole motivation. Is like the whole reason I do any of the things I do is because I'd really like to hear that.
Yeah.
Like I remember this is about 12 or 13 or 14 years ago. I don't remember exactly when I discovered the Pacific Northwest Band's website. Pacific Northwest Band's website is a site that covers Pacific Northwest bands. It's from the dawn of rock and roll up until the modern day, but it only really covers the bands who started then in the dawn of rock and roll and a little the generation after, basically. And it kind of stops at a certain point because it would be impossible to manage. Like, but it's difficult enough for them to manage what they're doing. And but so they cover Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Vancouver, and from like the late 50s basically to the modern era. But it's just, again, all that stuff. And there's not a lot of music. You're hard pressed to find any music on that site at all. Like, you'll find occasionally a sample of it. And I don't know why, because now again, there's lots of history and a lot of photos and flyers and promo and anecdotes from people who were in the scene at the time. But then I want to hear it. And that's what killed me. It's like I was going through that stuff and trying to get a better grasp on what Tacoma music history had been throughout the years, and then so often wanting to hear it. And so that just led me down the rabbit holes of looking for stuff. And I've been really more actively looking for older stuff for the last 15 years because of that site. It was very inspiring. And then it was about 6 years ago or 7 years ago whenever I finally got to work on the MAWP website, and I put my own local music archive in it, because that had then become my goal, was to create a local music archive that did have the music. It could have all that other stuff too, and links to those Pacific Northwest band pages where applicable, but then it could also have music, videos also. That'd be great too. Other stuff. And it's still a site in its infancy, but I spent a lot of time in the last couple of days working on the archive too, as well as collecting some music and recording some music, which I had a breakthrough with recording music, which is why we've got now a flood of vinyl coming in to the show like never before. All these records that are just stacked up around us, like there's piles and piles of them. You can't see it on camera right now, but the walls are filled with records. Records. So now we can record them and be content with that and get that just out of the way. It'll just bolster our collection of stuff. It will be time consuming and annoying, but it's something that's got to be done.
Yep. And it takes time, because it's not like a CD where you can just, pull over the whole thing, done. No, this way you've got to actually play the record.
Yes.
So from front to back. So yeah, it's
and then chop them all up.
Yeah.
Like, gotta.
Or luckily with these though, you could double tap it right when it stops. Right when the song stops.
I gotta go in and edit them anyway. Like, there's gonna be stuff here and there, especially with records. I'll clean up a lot of the pops or stuff like that in between songs if possible.
You probably do that by putting a noise gate in there. If you have for
that's a step beyond my capabilities right now.
Well, I'll show you that once you.
Again, like I'm gonna have to go in and edit stuff anyway, nonetheless, because there's songs that bleed into another or butt up against each other, like that Kid Blast record that I mentioned. There's songs that like just a butt, there's no break in between them, and so I've got to go in and slice those
Split
up,
them,
and make them individual,
fade them
or
in,
keep
fade
them
them
one
out.
song, and that's exactly what I did with one. Sure did. It sounded great. I did a good job of it, actually. Yeah, I just mentioned that. I might as well pull it out. That Kid Blast record.
Yeah, show the
Well,
people.
friend
That's awesome.
Kenny got it for me. Well, I asked him to get it for me. Had him order it through Discogs, and this is a band from Tacoma in the 70s called Kid Blast. We've played them a few times. They were Chinook. They became Kid Blast. We've played a few of them over the years, and we're going to play a song by them today, a little later. We could have waited until later, but then I was talking about it, and I've been so excited about it because I got to hear the record. And I've heard, again, like 3 songs, 1, 2, 3, 4 songs. I've heard most of side 1, almost the entirety of side 1, but none of side 2 before I got the record. And it's really good. It's really, really good. It's got some
I
good
liked it. It was
70s
cool
rock.
stuff.
Yep, a little Styx, a little Boston.
Yep. Very cool. Very well thought out music. It's not like stuff that's just, thrown together and stuff. So it's pretty cool.
There's songs with, lots of musicianship and thought put into them for sure.
Yep.
This cover here, let's check this out. Now, all these guys that are on this cover, they're not all in the band. First of all, none of the chicks are in the band. And not all the dudes are in the band. You have to match them up to the dudes on the back.
Right.
Yeah, and we can't.
So the dudes on the front that look out of place, I think. Turn around the other way now. Yeah, so basically the guys that look totally out of place are the ones that are in the band.
I would say that the guys who.
It's like this guy, that guy, and that guy are in the band. Because he's dressed nice.
Him too. He's in the band also.
He's in the band?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a tie. See?
You're right. They're almost like the Village People too. You got the leather guy, and then the cowboy, and then the
construction worker guy.
Oh, you're right.
Wow, we figured them out. Is that pre-Village People?
76. It's probably right in that pocket.
Ah, so they're like the arch enemies of the Village People.
They might be. And I think what's going on here is that these guys are stealing these other guys' girls. Is what's happening because they're all with those girls here.
That's true. Oh, see, look, and all the girls are all checking out the guys and not who they're with.
But this guy here is mad dogging this guy here, who's mad dogging him. These two hate each other.
Or maybe they're going, hey, man, these guys are taking our chicks.
Yeah, maybe they are. They are. Like, what are we going to do?
And this guy's going, oh, I'm going to take out this guy and this guy.
I think he's just the bartender, and he's like, uh-oh, there's going to be trouble. There's going to be trouble.
We got it figured out. Kid Blast, we got you figured out. Very cool, very creative.
It's a great record, and by the way, it's on our YouTube page. I've recorded it, and I've uploaded it all to YouTube last night.
Very cool.
I was up until the wee hours doing stuff like that. So it's up there now. You can hear it. We should maybe even just start the show and play some. Because
let's play one of them.
We're here, and I've started talking about it. This wasn't what I planned for the show today, but then that's what the show's going to be now. That's just that's what it is.
We'll get back to what he planned after this.
Yep. Probably.
As lightning, slick as Vaseline. I am too bad for Soul Train, don't you see? And old dear Clark has still got nothing on me. She said, hey, Daddy, can't you love the song? If you like the hustle, I got something new just for you. Do the hump. Say what? Say do the hump. First you put your left hand on my thigh. Put your right hand wherever it feels right. Yeah. Ease me very gently to the floor. Dance with me until your knees get to sore. She said, hey, daddy, did you ride the phone? If you like to hustle, I've got something new just for you. Do the hum. What's that noise? Is that doing the hum? It's a dance sensation of today. Now they're humping all across the USA. And she said, hey, daddy, did you love the bone? Sure did. Woo. If you like to hustle, I've got something new just for you. I've got something new just for you. I've got something new from me to you. Do the hum. Then come again. Do the hum. Woo. So you can practice this one in the back seat. Come on, mama. Ow! Woo!
We are the Biznatics, and we will be back. It might be 10 years, but we will be back.
My throat gangus, dangerous beat where you rap aimless, heinless and shameless to famous. We beef like black Angus, whack strangers. The hate better to settle for tack famous. Your rap pages are heinous like AIDS and last stages. Can't contain us, so rank us. We dangerous like a canis lupus. We came with deuces, two deuces, and some newfangled uses. You came in useless, you're suffering from angular cuteness. Our view is panoramic, so damn it, you can't dispute us. This gang of mutants, are mutinous like that Roman Brutus. Tacoma showman, the rodent homes in absoluteness. Crudest, lutest, toughest and roughest. Look how we bring the ruckus. You punks get justice, sons of justice, guys us through the muckus. Luckus, a fickle lady with a pocket full of bottle rockets and the 80s. And mainly lately, she's acting crazy. We're down to founder and I consider profoundly face me. But dad raised me to stand up and man up. Been in it for a minute, we ain't finished.
In the cold, been in the pinnacle and pitiful. I've been famished and I've been full.
Dealt a hand that'll never fold.
I'm in no corroded soul. The road's taking its toll, but we're golden, so it goes.
Been in it for a minute, we ain't finished.
In the cold, been in the pinnacle and pitiful. I've been famished and I've been full.
Dealt a hand that'll never fold.
I'm in no corroded soul. The road's taking its toll, but we're golden, so it goes.
Child of the war with a bag full. I go for more to get through our form. I'm in the tall legs, walking with the dead. The apple said, raps off the gourd. Shut the front door, I'm like Falco with the loud roll. Directs on the floor. Down the corridor, I hit the core with the earth with the first down on all fours. This sadness is so toxic. We are plugging mics in our sockets, and in the process of Biznatics are building a colossus. All these notches, little preposterous. Enemies are getting drop kicked with certified bangers. Holding Tacoma hostage, we bring pandemonium from the podium. Nickelodeon, slime the whole of them, much opprobrium. This colloquium's like opium, down in hoquium. Grab sodium, eat the average, reap the cabbage, deep in the belly of the beast. We combat up like mad Dogmatis, we are the baddest. Formatted from tattered apparatus. We're an axis of evil habits. Our foes need to practice. In the midst of madness, we established a savage monster. We're massive, that's axiomatic. The narcotics are like crack addicts. We're back at it. Been in it for a minute, we ain't finished. Cynical, and in the pinnacle, and pitiful. I've been damaged and I've been full. Till the hand that'll never fold. I'm an corroded soul. The road's taking its toll, but we're golden, so it goes. Been in it for a minute, we ain't finished. Cynical, and in the pinnacle, and pitiful. I've been damaged and I've been full. Till the hand that'll never fold. I'm an corroded soul. The road's taking its toll, but we're golden, so it goes. Did you think that there just wouldn't be a reckoning? A retrospective regression from all the wreckages? You saw the traffic, man, they had to build a second bridge. Now the soccer moms rockin' Nautic songs in Breckenridge. Better bet we're back in business just to etch it in. Keep that bloody bully beat echoing on Jefferson. Go get your next kid and all your friends from Bellarmine. Tell them the Biznotics running back like Hector Bellerin. From the Weldon to the cellar, Heller black water with raps hotter than sacks of water in the ash. We're in the gap, or my father in the past. I'm a moderately monstrous marauder on the track. Ain't no water in the tap. Just Novics in this brass tacks and rat bastards back slaughtering your paths. Walk around the tap like Mr. Carter in his class while they holler, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Been in it for a minute, we ain't finished. I'm cynical, been in the pinnacle and pinnacle. I've been damaged and I've been full. Dealt a hand that'll never fold. I'm an corroded soul. The road's taking its toll, but we're golden, so it goes. Been in it for a minute, we ain't finished. Cynical, been in the pinnacle and pinnacle. I've been damaged and I've been full. Dealt a hand that'll never fold. I'm an corroded soul. The road's taking its toll, but we're golden, so it goes. Been in it for a minute, we ain't finished. Cynical, been in the pinnacle and pinnacle. I've been damaged and I've been full. Dealt a hand that'll never fold. I'm an corroded soul. The road's taking its toll, but we're golden, so it goes. Been in it for a minute, we ain't finished. Cynical, been at the pinnacle and pinnacle. I've been damaged and I've been full. Dealt a hand that'll never fold. I'm an corroded soul. The road's taking its toll, but we're golden, so it goes.
on?
Yeah, we're back.
All right.
Back from all those songs. We heard. I gave Chris a bong hit just in time to cough over all the stuff I'm about to say. We heard Eastern Promise doing Dig Deep featuring Half Brother. That's what it looks like it says. We heard a song by Ivy called Wake the Preacher. We heard Biznautics doing So It Goes. And we started it off with Kid Blast doing a song called Do the Hump.
Kid Blast. Check them out. They're freaking cool.
Yep. Again, that's on our YouTube page. You can hear the whole album all broken up nice into little songs for you. And sounds all right for that vinyl transfer. I was satisfied with the results overall. And, yeah, going to have a heyday now. Slinging through songs.
It's kind of a cool band name, too.
It's okay.
For the time, you know.
Yeah. They were called Chinook. And so for me, like, for the legacy of the band, it just is a shame that they took a right turn as soon as they made an album. Because they have, like, 5 singles as Chinook.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I've got at least one of them right here. Your Promise, You Lose. It's great. That's also on our YouTube page right now.
Wow.
They've got, like 5 singles off of this Villain Records, and then they made it big, and they're like, probably some big-time Hollywood producer said, Chinook, no one gives a fuck about Chinook. You know, what are you, a salmon? No.
Yeah.
You need a real name. You
That's
need a
what I was
Hollywood
going
name.
to say. What is there anything in the back that you found the reasoning why they changed their
I
names
didn't find a specific thing. On the Pacific? Yeah.
Specific.
No, Pacific. Northwest Bands.
Oh, yeah.
That confused me, too.
You got to be Pacific about Pacific.
Well, the thing is, Pacific does mean specific, depending on how you're using it. But
Oh, okay.
Let's
We
not
won't
go
go there.
there,
No
yeah.
more. Yeah. The grammar police will just get up with us. Yeah.
So on the Pacific Northwest Band's website, where I was introduced to the band Chinook, it just puts both pages together, aka Kid Blast. It's the same band
okay.
to them.
All
They don't just designate a difference. It's just
All right.
and
So it's got to be the same band. So most likely it's probably
more or less.
Can you look up the members of Chinook?
Well, on their site, it's just a long list of people. So the members of this band are on that long list of people.
Okay. So maybe something to do with the AKA versus totally different band, or
I don't know.
But then who knows?
It's hard to say. We will unravel this mystery as time goes on. We'll know more about it. We'll figure it out. We'll find out where the juncture point is between the two. Where did they part ways, or where did they change, and why? This is all the things we said is potentially possible, and who knows? There's more than this on the horizon. No, this isn't all that we've got in store for the day. There's been other stuff that's been popping up. Like, I can't even put it all in the show today because otherwise then it would just derail the whole show. I got to spread it out over multiple shows.
Yep.
Yeah. But
That'll be an ongoing series part. Yeah.
There is more new old stuff on the way, though. Oh. We played Kid Blast on the show before, and Chinook. They're not like, but I haven't been able to get a hold of them as easily as some other stuff that's out there.
Yep. Some stuff is a little bit more elusive.
Their legacy's just not been preserved in the annals of local rock. You would think that there would be like more, there would be like more stuff out there. All of it should be out there. Like, I was surprised that like I had to work so hard to find some of what I did, just the little scraps of songs and the knowledge of it. Now, as I get more comfortable, I can go and directly approach some of these people, and I do, and I have got more comfortable approaching them. I don't like to bother people. I just don't.
Yep.
Like, I do. I always have. but I don't like to do it.
Yeah.
But I always have for all these specific reasons. I will get in people's ear or slide into their DMs and ask them questions about their bands and and ask for their music because I want to hear it and play it for other people. And that's a big part of it. I want other people to be able to experience it and listen to it because that's why it was recorded. It was recorded for people to hear. When you recorded a song, if you liked it enough, you hoped that someone was going to be able to hear it someday. Ideally.
I mean, it's like, you don't want to record something and just put it away because that's like having a baby and then putting it in a closet and not letting it grow and mature and stuff.
Okay. A lot of people don't like their recordings.
Well,
I've been in bands where it's like, I don't like that recording, or other members of I don't like that recording. And we don't for whatever reason. A lot of people do. And that's why so many recordings get shelved. It's like the mix sucked. The mix just sucked. It sucked so bad. It sucked so bad that it ruined my career.
Yep.
Like that's what some people feel like that I can't release that record, or that doesn't represent me, or that was too bass heavy. My guitar was buried in the mix, and it's like, oh my God, like that sucks. Like all those little things. The backing vocals were not present when they should have been present, and them not being present ruins the song. Just that song, and that one ruined song ruins the album for me. Or just how things escalate or spiral, or this is how it goes, man. Everyone has a reason for something. So, or they record something and then the band breaks up for a different reason, unrelated to that. Then the recording just sits there and it goes, well, why would we put out a record now? I hate that band, or the guitarist made off with the masters and we don't have it released, or somebody died, or just all these things and stuff doesn't get released. There are albums upon albums of, so not only is there all the stuff out there that's been released that there is to find, but then there's the unreleased stuff too.
Yep.
There's lots of unreleased
the hidden
stuff.
gems.
And again, there's albums upon albums of stuff that I've not even cracked yet, that I've not even touched, or I've just played one song off of, albums that I've only heard one song off of. It's a mystery.
Yep. Then there's albums that we don't even know about. The ones that we are seeking out endlessly because that's what this show's all about. It's about the music.
It's a journey.
So sometimes you got to dig really super deep to find something that is going to make somebody go, oh, yeah. Got to bring back a memory, bring back something and stuff, and that's what it's all about. And it's cool. We like it. We like it like that.
Yep. You could be a fan of someone like Tim Silvers or Reagan Lane and hear the band that they're in and think, oh, they're really good. I would like to hear more of their music. And lucky you could hear a ton of it if you could find it.
Yes.
Because both of those, they're not always actually the easiest to find. They're more modern stuff, very easy to find. You can find Ranchero and Andy Hero, stuff like that. But you get it back in Tim Silver's older career, it's harder to find some stuff. And the same with Reagan Lane.
And he's looking for a bass player. So if anybody out there wants to play in Anti-Hero and they're a good bass player, check out Anti-Hero. They're looking for a bass player.
Now's a chance. You could move from Nebraska and come here and be the bass player for Anti-Hero.
Yep.
You could be the guy. You could be sitting on your couch in Fife right now, and you could be the guy.
Yeah.
You could come out here and just come out.
You could be that guy.
Yeah. Where are we in this? I feel like I've been rambling a while, but I don't know. I'm not keeping track of stuff. I feel like I've just been talking about the same thing.
No,
this is what I figured I would talk about. This is one of those rare local music episodes of the Local Music Podcast where we actually talk about some local music a little bit.
I know, right? Yeah, that's cool.
I like that we don't often, like, that we just ramble and talk about other nonsense stuff. Because
we could talk a little about what's going on Friday.
Maybe.
What's
going on Friday?
This Friday, it's a little thing going on.
The show doesn't come out until Friday.
What?
The show doesn't come out until Friday.
Well, so people will be hearing it as it happens. So basically, as you're listening to this, me and Potter are going to be at Jazz Bones in Tacoma, and it's like an event that Jessica Lynn Whitney will be playing, Troy Moss and
Whitty.
Chris Jones from the Chris Jones Band will be all playing, and it's for the music industry people, for the people that set up the shows, the producers, the venues, the sound man, podcasters, all those people that make the shirts, everybody that's got to do with the music industry is going to be there of this area. So it's going to be kind of cool. So we're going to be checking that out.
Is this an invitation only affair?
Kind of, yes.
Suit and tie?
I think birthday suit only.
Oh.
But I'll find out all the details about that.
Yeah, you better look into that.
Yeah, I know. It'll be cold. So, yeah, that would suck. But I don't know. We'll figure it out. I mean, I highly doubt it's birthday suit only, but, I thought it'd be kind of funny to say.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's no suit and tie. I don't own a suit or a tie. So,
I have a couple ties. I actually have a suit jacket also. I used to, in fact, I've kind of always got a suit jacket and sometimes slacks. Not often a suit shirt, a good shirt to go with it, but I've often got a suit jacket and slacks, and I don't know why. Like, I just end up with one.
Have you ever thought of officiating weddings and stuff like that?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I did.
I mean, it would give you a reason for having that.
I did try to get ordained as a minister online once, but I didn't really follow up with it, so I don't know what happened with that. But as far as officiating weddings, no. I just wanted to make anointing oil and then throw it at people.
Yeah,
you're blessed. So the suits come in handy more than once, though. Like a couple of funerals, it was like, oh, I need a suit. Just put on this oversized suit because it doesn't fit me very well.
No.
And it's not the same suit. It's always a different suit. 20 some odd years ago when we would wrestle, doing the TCW, I would just happen to have a suit that would fit Dave Takata. Because I would have that suit that I always randomly have. It's so weird. I don't understand why. I mean, I guess it's just the emergency suit.
Yeah.
It's in my closet right now.
Yeah, I have a habit of messing up nice clothes, so that's why I don't have a suit.
Yeah.
Because I fall down too much and have to lean on shit, so I always messing up clothes and stuff, so I wear all black most of the time. Makes it easier.
Yeah, I guess that bothers bees. Dark clothes bother bees. That's why beekeepers wear white.
Oh, wow. I had no idea.
I learned this in the controversy about the TikTok lady. The lady making fake TikTok videos. Most TikTok videos are staged, just like so many things that are in the entertainment world are not quite what they seem. And I didn't really look into it too deeply, but apparently this lady was making some TikTok videos where she was handling bees improperly by a lot of people's standards, especially the professional bee community who was up in arms about it. But
I wonder if that has a connection with, how they puff white smoke?
Uh-huh.
I wonder if there's a connection between the white suit and the white smoke.
I think
maybe it calms them down, the color white. They can't see anything, so it's like all they can see is white, so it calms them down or something? Or?
I don't know. I think the smoke's more to subdue them in a different way, though, because they can't breathe or see or fly well or whatever. That would be my guess, but I'm not completely positive about that either. Yeah. I guess I don't know my my way around the bee world as well as I would.
I mean, I know a lady, Sheila Stevens. She's a friend of my mom's. My mom used to babysit the kids, and she's a beekeeper now, so I could find out that information.
Balcom.
You probably met her before. She was a nurse and stuff.
Eric Balcom is a beekeeper. Bass player. He's played bass in Boneflower, plays bass in China Davis. Really? Played bass in a different band. I forget the band's name now.
Yeah, we could contact him too, and maybe get some questions.
Yeah, he would answer all your questions. He'd be happy to. He loves bees.
Yeah. See, you got to find out even nature stuff on this channel.
Mm-hmm.
Can you believe that? Not only music, but you can find out stuff about bees, and who knows what else we randomly kind of wander into as we start talking and stuff. So
that's right. I'm so excited that we just need to play more music. Can't you tell how excited I am?
Mm-hmm. Let's do that.
It's hard, but it can't be. Mama told me get a job that just ain't me. Cause I can't understand what it feels like. I ain't never had a job in my real life. Couch to couch, sleeping in my car. Parties on the weekends, always going hard. Throwing up in my neighbor's backyard. Passing out in the front with a PBR. Tell me if you ever felt like this. No plan B, I wonder, oh shit, I won't back down for no bullshit. Shotgun the beer, unleash the whole clip. White girls in the bathroom doing white lines. I broke my last watch, guess I got no time. I'ma make it one day when they sing along. Mama said, what's going on? I'm so gone, I stress out. In my head, I can't think, can't get out. In my head, where's my mind? I don't know. In my head, people think that they know. Wake up in the AM, everybody all around trying to play him. They say they love him, but they hate him. He's insane and can't retain it. Why is it so tough, but he knows why. Been a whole lie, his whole life. Make it up, but it can't be. It just ain't me, think I'm crazy. But I'm drunk now, what the fuck now? I don't love now, put the drugs down. When I'm uptown, what the fuck now? I don't love now, she put the drugs down. Everybody faded at his dad's crib. Neighbors call the cops, they wanna end it. They miss being us, quit pretending. We only young for the moment. Getting fucked up, don't wanna feel shit. Till Monday come around on some real shit. Bringing you right back down to earth. I hate it sometimes, it hurts. In my head, I'm so gone, I stress out. In my head, I can't think, can't get out. In my head, where's my mind? I don't know. In my head, people think that they know.
Hi, everybody. You just heard In Your Arms by Baby Gun.
What's up this album right here? Check this out.
KZOK, Best of the Northwest, 1982.
Isn't that cool? That's awesome.
Baby Guns, I've been looking for some of their songs for a long time also. It's one of those rare scores I was happy to dig up. Well, it's been in here in the room for a while. Again, I've not been able to transfer vinyl, and now I can. So, again, the floodgates have opened. So before In Your Arms, we heard In My Head by Lord Ghost. And then we heard This Tragedy by Blue Helix. And we started it off with Give In by Instant Winner. There you go. Yeah, Baby Gun, also a song you can find on our website right now. That tune, because I put it up there. Again, so excited. I'm looking for, or getting ready to either one order or find or acquire or be gifted the single Jade Sauna by Baby Gun, which is the only official release I know of by them. Although I have heard more than once they've recorded in like as much as an album, maybe even.
Really?
Yeah. Dude, they were together for like 13 years.
13 years? And
Yes. 1980 to
there's
1993.
got to be something out there.
Yeah. Like, I would think that there'd be albums upon albums of material of their stuff.
Yeah.
And they did a lot of cover songs, but they were a big band, like, throughout the 80s, or the 80s. 80s? Is it the 80s, 1980s, 1980 to 1993. They were really big. Like, we used to see their flyers all the time, and those promo shots of them that were around.
I wasn't sure where to put it.
There we go. Anyway, they had a big long lineup of musicians, just like all these bands like that were around for 5 to 10 years. They had a revolving door of members.
No.
It's very, these bands get very popular, and then the party lifestyle, and then people, get lives and they move on. But they're like, no, this band has to keep going. We're going to be famous.
Kind of Quiet Riot.
Yep. Quite right. Still going.
Yep.
Someday they're going to make it too. They're going to have a
Someday
hit.
it's gonna be, they're just going to be robots playing them and stuff.
Yep. There are things like this that, we just have to accept. It's an institution. Ain't no real Globetrotters left anymore. It's all different guys,
Yeah.
But there's still the Harlem Globetrotters out there.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
But is it called the Harlem Globetrotters, or is it called the something or other, blah, blah, blah? Because all you got to do is add one word, and that's it.
Revival.
Yep, something like that, and that's it. That's all you got to do. Kind of I can't remember that band. Never mind.
Last week, we were talking a little bit about a band I used to be in the very late 80s called Daisy. And Daisy played a couple of times at Legends. And the second time we played at Legends was with Eastern Star, which had Mark Holt in it, and I think Kelly Mickelson and a few other people at that time. It was a pretty popular band in the immediate Tacoma scene here. And then there was another band we played with that night called Gibby Licks. And for years I've wondered stuff about Gibby Licks, and in my now ability to research local music better and more effectively, I found Gibby Licks. They came from Bremerton.
Oh, okay.
We're not playing any of Gibby Licks today. We might play them on the show later, on another day. I've played too much of this 80s and 90s stuff on the show today. We don't want to spoil you. You have to spread this out. But I did track them down, and they were a band for a good long time too. Looked like a couple different stints, because I didn't find anything about them in the 80s. I found a lot about them in the 90s through 92 to 96 or something like that. So they were effectively a band from 88 to 96. I'm not exactly sure when, but they were a rock band, man. I remember when we played with them, we didn't stick around to see them because we were teenagers who were
Yep.
in school for the most part at the time.
Yep.
I remember specifically Ryan Anderson on stage telling us to hurry up the set because it was a school night. Got to get a move on. Because we were playing a matinee at the Legends on a Thursday. The time before, when we first played Legends, we played there with the Yellow Pages from Sumner, Puyallup area. Toxic Shock, which consisted of Jason McKibben, Cody Foster, and Nathan Miller, who would be in Ashbib and other bands. Los Fatos Locos.
Ida Phi.
Jason was in Ida Phi for sure. Lithius, bunch of bands. Exhale, I think he was in Exhale briefly, maybe, which was Metamorphosis. And that was the other band that played that night, Metamorphosis. This was 1988. Or 1989.
To serve and protect who? I have that shirt.
That's great. That's great. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we need more Metamorphosis. I saw someone post a tape of Metamorphosis just the other day. It might be the tape I have. I'm not sure. Exhale and Metamorphosis, a couple things. I have 1 or 2 recordings of Metamorphosis. It's just not the best. I need better examples of their material. I know they recorded a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I was just talking to somebody the other day about, what band were they in? I
don't know.
The other band Jimmy V was in. He was in Crouchers, and then he was in this other band like right around the same time. But we were talking about the Metal Shop and about how Metamorphosis was there and
Jimmy V was in a band. Wasn't there a
Grinch
woman in that band?
Huh?
Wasn't there a woman in that band that he was in, the other band? Or am I wrong?
I can't remember.
I guess I'm thinking of a different band because he was the singer.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'd like to know, what band was he in?
You know what? I will find out because it's in a chat on my phone.
Oh, is it? You're gonna stop this whole show though while you.
No.
Yes, you will. Yes,
No, it's not stopping.
No. You always do. You pick up the phone and then the show dies, and then no one.
But
because I'm waiting and you're looking and then you're going.
But it's getting questions answered now versus later.
Well, now versus later, but the show will be stopped in the meantime. So in the meantime, I have to keep this show rolling.
Okay, well you keep it rolling.
Yeah, I'll do that. Just keep it going. But I'm thirsty. I'm getting thirsty. I need something to drink. I don't know how I can keep the show going when I'm under so much stress. There's a lot of stress to be under. The whole pressure of the whole show is on my shoulders right now, and you don't seem to understand or care. Can't you see that I'm parched? My lips are getting
Yeah, see, if I had my
dry
glass
as we
on,
speak.
it'd probably be helping me too
I
better.
haven't had enough water today. But if I drink more water, then I'll have to pee sooner. It's
I
a
know.
dilemma.
Yeah,
It's a constant dilemma. It's hard to keep the balance, the equilibrium. It's going
All right.
off.
All right.
Have you found it? Have you found it
No,
yet?
I didn't.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ! What did I say? If I hadn't done
You're
anything,
distracting me by talking so much. Because he was the bass player. He was the bass player of whatever band that.
so he wasn't the singer. So maybe there was a woman singing.
I want to say it was. I can't remember off the top of my head.
I'm still looking for the Crouchers. Have you ever found that tape?
Yes, actually, because it's funny because you know how I was looking for. I have my recorder that I can record directly to a thumb drive.
Yes.
It's in that recorder, and I was looking for forever. And I brought that recorder camping and stuff like that, and didn't realize that the tape. That's where the tape was.
And that's another thing. I'm going to get on your case just a little bit right now. And I never do, but
All
I'm
right.
going to. I'm going to. Because,
Okay.
one, you've got that thing.
Yes.
I don't know how long you've had it, but you've
Yes.
had it at least a year, maybe 2, maybe 3. I don't know. You probably had it for 10 years, for all I know.
Yeah.
And keep that in mind because I'm going to just repeat all this in a second. So you've had this device where you could record tapes, put them on MP3.
Yeah.
You could send me the MP3s. You could bring me the little thumb drive with the MP3s. You could post them, do whatever. Like, there's so many different ways that you could be recording stuff and getting me these MP3s. Never once have you done it. Then, like, it's like over the holidays last year, I was over at your house and I see this record player sitting there, and it's sitting there. And it's like, what was that? What is that? And you're like, oh, that's a record player that will record to MP3. You can just transfer stuff right to MP3.
With the program. They have to get online or something.
Well, that wasn't specified. This is not what was said. It was just laid out to me.
Well, that's what I found out because I tried using it and I couldn't figure it out.
All right, but it was said that that's what that was for, and I was like, oh, it's funny because that I have all these records that are piling up here, like now. At that point, it was like 2.5 years that we've been doing a show or something, or 2 at least, where I wanted these records, and you've had the device in the palm of your hand that could have so just solved all of our problems.
Yes.
And undivided. And so, once again, and I've tried so many times to get a good source out of these devices. And it's so frustrating because throughout my life, I've never had this problem. I've just been recording records and tapes, like copying CDs. I'm going to burn a CD. I'm going to put all these songs together and make a CD. I'm going to take this CD and going to put it on tape. I'm going to take these tapes and put them wherever. The only thing I've never done is like pressed vinyl. I've never pressed songs onto vinyl, but I've been able to take songs from other mediums and put them on different mediums happily. Yes. Just never had a problem until I walked into this room, and then every fucking thing I tried to do sucks.
I know. And it's because of the digital age.
Well,
everything needs a program to run everything.
I've got the little thing. I'm reaching over here because that's where it is. It's in there.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's in the drawer there.
All right,
I've got this little tape deck Walkman thing that I'm able to get tapes now, and it's good enough because I am not like super snooty about it. I just want an example of the song right now.
Yes.
Like, I'll get a better copy if I can in the future, but at the moment, I just want the version of the song. And now I can do that with vinyl too, because I've got a way to do that. What's going on over there?
Turning down my volumes.
Oh, okay. You can do whatever you want. If you need to check your message or take a call, you can do all that too. Just let me know.
It was a T-Mobile Tuesday thing. They give me special discounts on Tuesday, and I don't care about that. I don't do anything over my phone.
Well,
other than communicate.
Back to this. Now that we're going on 3 years into this, we're not quite 3 years into it.
Yes.
But now that we're there, I've got these abilities. So you've been relieved of the burden of not doing these things.
Yes.
So
that's good because I still have not found the program
and
to
I don't
operate that thing.
I don't have tremendous expectations of you at all. I don't have expectations, and I'm not saying anything. You can do anything you want, and you can, if you can. I don't expect anything of you, nor do I even expect you to bring me those devices to use. But Jesus Christ, I'd love to have some of them. Like for when I'm sitting there looking at like this 45 is like, because I got this 45 like 6 to 8 months ago. I was like, fuck, I'd just like to record it and play it. Like, and there's so many things I want to put on YouTube, and part of my hesitation or is just the recording qualities haven't been good enough. Yes. Like, they have to be sort of good enough.
No,
sort of. And now finally, we're there. We can get them up.
And it's all about having all the ducks in a row is what my scenario is. Because I've got that tape player and I've got that one tape, but all my other tapes are in storage, which I couldn't find them. But now that I'm going through storage, I know I'm going to find them now because I have to do that. So I'll have those tapes. So that'll solve that dilemma. And I can actually start doing that because that won't be hard. Because the other problem that I had before is I didn't have a thumb drive that could hold more than like 1 or 2 songs, and that was it.
Let me tell you, you should just leave it to me because you're not going to label them. Like, I've already got.
Well, I wouldn't label them. I'll just record them and send them to you, and you can let you figure them out.
Let's not do that because it's too difficult. Like, it's really like it's a nightmare. You gave me like. You dumped on me like dozens of CDs. That's an exaggeration. It was probably 10. It could have been 12. It was probably 8 dozen. But you dumped on me CDs that didn't have names of anything. And it's not helpful. It's not. It's just not.
I think that's how I got them, though.
It might be,
So I
or
don't
it's
think,
how you.
So I
you
think that
learn
may
them.
have been why I hadn't done that, is because I saw the tediousness and the craziness of trying to find that stuff too.
Yeah, it's
And what takes you an hour to do takes me 10 hours to do on a computer because of experience wise.
It can, yeah. I'm not. That's also why I'm saying let me do it, because
Yes.
I am doing all that kind of data entry all the time, and I don't want to convolute things any more than they are. Because there's just times where, like, it's not even just you. I downloaded a thing off of SoundCloud, and the files came out unlabeled. I'm like, what the fuck is that, man?
I know, right?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
It gave me multiple copies. It gave me 2 copies. It gave me an FLAC copy and an MP3 copy. But I don't know what FLAC is. I don't know what that is.
FLAC.
I try to.
That's probably for whatever that
It's
program.
probably it could be a lossless.
Yeah.
There are no. It's not program specific, but there are different sound file types that are like better. Like there's things
and they'll
that
probably
are,
come out with new ones.
there are like a lossless file, for instance, and I don't know that this is what that FLAC is, but there are file types that are lossless files that don't degrade or diminish when you transfer them. Like if you were to take for instance, a WAV file is a very good file. It's a very big, very all-encompassing, rich sound file type, and it is much bigger than an MP3. An MP3 is a smaller file type, and it
Diminishes the quality. Yes.
It takes a bunch of information out.
But it's just smaller.
Yep.
So you can get more in one space.
Yep.
So.
I'm fine with MP3s for the most part. I'm fine with listening to them and having them. I don't care. When I put songs on the show, they're WAV files. Like that's what you need to put it onto the video. So they're bigger files that are being processed and used. But the sound quality is better. But they are often coming from an MP3. So it's being transferred back and forth. You're going to lose stuff there. Lossless files apparently don't lose stuff. But then I guess if you were to take a lossless file and make a copy of it that's an MP3, then my brain becomes a pretzel. But
yeah. And I can see that too, yeah, because that's just, and that's something that's going to be continuing. And that's maybe what frustrated me when it comes to this, is because I've been analog so long that,
listen, Grandpa.
my what?
I said, listen, Grandpa.
No, what? Let me finish. Let me finish. That when I became up to the digital age, it's just it just takes me a little bit to understand what I'm doing, because I want to understand it, and then they change it. And then what I'm learning is now obsolete. So now I got to try to learn this. And then by the time I finally start to even get a glimpse of understanding it, then it's now it's this, and this is obsolete. And it's like finally I just said, fuck you. Because I don't know, I'm just not a fast learner. Because I think a lot of it is, I learn when somebody's showing me and I can see it right there. If I have to like read a book or follow some YouTube thing, it's harder for me to grasp it, because I can't say stop. What about this? You can't do that when it's recorded or something like that. But if it's somebody that's there, I can get the answers, and that's just how I learn faster and stuff. So, and a lot of that, I mean, especially in this past year, trying to learn my digital board with nobody. Mm-hmm. That was why I was having such a hard time. But now that everything's opening up, now I'm learning ups and downs all over the board now. So yeah. And I might try this wonderful purple diesel. Yes.
We should go back to songs then, probably too.
All right.
Probably that.
Let's hear some wonderful songs.
Okay.
What are we starting out with?
How about Cody Foster Army with Pig Snout?
Nice. Cody Foster, Army, and Pig Snout.
Yep.
Wonderful, wonderful.
motherfucking stand for my boys. Cause you won't fool children of the revolution. No, you won't fool children of the revolution. No, no. No. But you won't fool children of the revolution. No, 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 I know.
Busy one time. Kid Daddy in this motherfucker, yeah. Letting shit be known what's happening in my motherfucking home, yeah. Ain't telling you going, y'all. We gonna do this shit a little funky, dog. Straight getting busy in the motherfucking city of Tacoma. Pushing big old things, dog. And it goes through something like this. When I was a young ass nigga, I never took the time to figure that if I don't watch my back, I'm gonna get jacked. Just steady flavor with the rest of the crew. You know who? Ballin' Charlie 12 and money making June. The two that I knew who had the upper hand. And with my clan, we sat back and made a master plan. We make big old drops, big old knots, and big old rocks, and big old glocks. Young niggas headed to a life that we never had. Dreams never came true from my mother's dash. Just on our own, like a gang of y'all. We control the shit because of the shots I call. My life is crazier than a motherfucker. But females love a nigga cause I'm not like another brother. Streets for what I came, gave a brother gang. Some females in my lane cause the nigga pain. But I remain to be the same cause I'm not ashamed. My life is like a puzzle, but I maintain my game. My nigga lost the game, couldn't hang. No, my nigga lost the game, couldn't hang. That nigga who lost this game couldn't hang. That's his goddamn shame. That nigga lost the game, couldn't hang. No, my nigga lost the game, couldn't hang. That nigga who lost this game couldn't hang. So big hang your game. I'm very busy on the streets just to make ends meet. Police all up in my face, ain't no love for the PIGs. Can't stand them, don't think that I ever will. I know some cops around the way that's only out to kill. And off the real, you don't know where they might attack. So I'm standing tall, y'all, to watch my damn back. But fuck the copy about the game I got. From a nigga to a nigga, other hoe that's hot. There's a gang of bitches on the dick, like hairs on my head. A gang of bitches that want money but getting dick instead. Ain't no bitch gonna take me, shaking to break me. Cause at the end, I might hate me for flaky. But if you get it, I'll take what you got. So if you make me money and I'm a dummy, but my damn hoe, yeah. That's how niggas wanna be, you can't be like me. Cause I'm too much to handle, G. Hoes on the tip usually trip when they get a grip. Others heavy shit, my game slam like a fucking brick. Boom, breaking in pieces for your daughters and nieces. My game's until they eat it up like a Reese's Pieces. Fools was claiming the game, my game is claiming the fool. Now it's time for the fools to get schooled. Like a daddy and Bobby Trav coming at you in the fast lane. Those fools get drained cause they don't maintain the game, y'all. Maintain the game. Yeah, maintain your game, y'all. Yeah, maintain your game. Maintain your game, y'all. Yeah, maintain your motherfucking game, or you won't be the same, y'all. Rest in peace to my big brother, June. In Tanzania, still laying in the tune. I'm straight getting paid in 94. K-Daddy straight doing it for show, y'all. Maintain your game. Maintain your game. Let it be known. Maintain your game, y'all. Maintain your motherfucking game, dog. The nigga lost his game, couldn't hang. No, the nigga lost his game, couldn't hang. The nigga who lost his game couldn't hang, and that's a goddamn shame. The nigga lost his game, couldn't hang. No, the nigga lost his game, couldn't hang. The nigga who lost his game couldn't hang, so maintain the game.
Desire deep in my bones. Thought by now this would have gotten old. What I've been taught, what I think, you're something I can't see. So I've stopped wasting breath. Have you left me yet? I don't really know what's true. Subconsciously chasing you. If all those things you said were right, please explain this ongoing strife. Rowing religion, we don't learn our mistakes. You die for the blame placed on your name. So I've stopped losing sleep. Are you condemning me?
Got a friend named Bill. You got all my bills, yeah. We're gonna take that round, go out with power night. Go steal us a car. Drop down the bar, yeah. We're gonna save us, we're gonna tie that Saturday night. Go get fucked up. Down on the floor. Go get fucked up. Till I can't see my way. Go get fucked up. Till I don't know my name. Got a friend named Joe. He got a whole lot of blood. Yeah, we're gonna go up like the other till Friday night. Don't stop for wait. I'll be that fucking slave. Yeah, we're gonna save our trouble. Call that Saturday night. Some people ask me why I make my mother cry. I know she loves me. I can love my ride. Whiskey. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Go get fucked up. Down on the floor. Go get fucked up. Till I can't see my way. Go get fucked up. Till I don't know my name.
Whoever was in the band room next to Mr. Grinch.
Well, Mr. Grinch wasn't Mr. Grinch yet. They were point of entry.
So it's in
Okay,
because
so-
Ron was in point of entry,
Yeah,
right?
it went like this.
So it's in the very next room because as we walked
So-
by, it was that room that was playing it that was next to Mr. Grinch.
Sedated Souls were in the room by the Coke machine. Bonzart was in the next room over. Then there was the room that had McMike in it, right next to us.
That was in the middle section.
Yeah, and then
There was the McMike room, which was the
McMike
Yeah.
was right next to us.
in that corner, and then
No,
wait,
listen, I'm telling you. Sedated Souls were by the Coke machine. Sedated Souls had the room by the Coke machine. Bonzart had the.
wait, which was say this is the middle of the middle because there was aisles both sides, right? Coke machine was over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm talking about not this room, but the very next room.
Room 1 and 2.
Yeah, because Mr. Grinch was in this room.
Uh huh.
Then there was
No,
an aisle.
no.
Who was in this room right here?
Room 1.
Yeah.
Room 1 was mystery people. They only came very rarely, and
Yeah,
so
because-
you like you will. I'll finish and I'll try
I know.
and describe
I'm
to you.
just going by what I remember and how you feeling because I'm thinking it was we were walking down this hallway and it was one of these rooms that was playing it that heard it that came out after it.
Okay, so let's take everything that you're saying or thinking out of the picture because I'm not
Because
exactly.
I was also coming down off acid.
So again,
I
I-
may be totally wrong.
I don't even know what you're talking about, like in a lot of the things that you're saying. So I'm
Right.
just trying to describe to you what the layout of the building was.
Right.
So the bay doors were there.
It'd be right here.
Yep. And then so right as to the left was the Coke machine.
Coke machine.
Then the Sedated Souls room.
Was it right here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right next to the Coke machine. Right next to it. Then Bonzart's room.
Okay.
Then McMike's room.
Oh, so we were coming out from this way?
Okay. So and then after McMike's room was point of entry.
Yeah.
At the very end.
Yeah.
So in the back corner there, you had Vendetta, you had Deadly Effect, you had someone else, and then in
Was it Metamorphosis?
Metamorphosis and Ashbib were down farther.
On this side. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Then in the big main section in the center, I think it was just 2 rooms, right? It was Rock Force at the end and Rhino Humpers at the other end.
Yeah, I believe
And then so room 1 was the mystery people who I don't remember who it was. I don't know them. I might know them who they were now, but not know who they were then.
Mm-hmm.
And then room 2 and 3 had a lot of rotating people. I don't remember all the bands in those rooms. I remember the
because the Crouchers were in the center one, like back here for a while.
The Crouchers were in the back.
Yeah.
Yes. Straight back.
Yep.
Yep. You're right. You're right. Absolutely. And we're talking about some bands at PPU in 1991.
Yeah.
The layout of the land
Back
there.
then. You can tell my memory's a little fuzzy back then. Yeah.
We heard "Gonna Get Fucked Up" by Durango 95. We heard "Dogma" by Starla. "Maintain Your Game" by Kid Daddy and Smooth MC. And "Children of the Revolution" by Cody Foster Army featuring Pig Snout.
Which was Children of the Revolution. The video of that is amazing.
It is. You can find it on YouTube.
It's just so awesome and cool and stuff. And Pig Snout is just such an amazing band alone. And then the collaboration of the two was just really cool and fun.
Yep.
Very fun. So.
Right you are, Chris.
Yes. Oh, yes. All right. Yeah, we're all discussing how...
Because he remembered his band, the band he was trying to figure out earlier, the band Vendetta.
Yes.
He was trying to determine there's a guy he used to know named Jimmy V. Jimmy V was in Vendetta for a while, also on top of being in the Crouchers. And You're right, correct, he was. And we could use some Vendetta. And No Avail was also a band that was back there in the back corner. Yeah.
Yes.
There was No Avail in the front.
I don't remember.
I wonder if No Avail was
No Avail played Louis G's when I was there a couple times.
Yeah, they have alternated, I believe, between Kent and here, maybe, or Auburn or something. They're a band that's not always identified from here or even from here, but sometimes they are definitely here.
Yeah.
And there's just no way around it.
Yeah. Yeah, a guitar player passed away a few years back, and that was pretty bad, pretty devastating for the music community. I mean, 'cause they were solid. They were such a solid rock band, just freaking awesome. You know, and I hope that the other musicians of the band continue writing music and doing music, because I mean, as No Avail, they were badass. I mean, I'm sure that that creativity could create some other really cool stuff elsewhere as well. So,
yep, just never know. People come and go. They make music for a while. They stop. They continue for a long time. Sometimes indefinitely. It's just there's no rhyme or reason to anything of what people do.
Yeah.
When or where or why. But it's a fascinating journey and tapestry that we weave with sound. This show's very enjoyable.
To music, it's like the unit I brought over. I bought this synthesizer controller thing over for Potter to try to figure out, because I can't figure it out. But it's like you take all these wires and you plug them into different spots, and there's different sounds, different conversions that come out every single time. And it's the same with musicians. I mean, you take away one musician, add another musician. It may be very similar, but something's going to be different. Something's going to be changed, for the better, for worse, for, whatever.
Yeah.
There's got to be some difference. It's like chemistry. Put a bunch of chemicals in.
Van Halen never had the same chemistry when they got rid of David Lee Roth and they brought in Sammy Hagar. It was not the same.
But it was still an essence that was valid.
It did. They had arguably much more success with Sammy Hagar than they did with David Lee Roth. Although they were building off of a foundation that they had established with David Lee Roth. But nonetheless, people could have easily just shunned away from them entirely. We were talking about that with Journey, how Journey had a singer after Steve Perry that was Steve something else, Steve Italian name guy. And they didn't do very well with that guy. But then when they got their new singer, they did very well. And it's nothing to take away from that other guy. It just, he wasn't it. Like, he wasn't what they needed, and it wasn't the chemistry that wasn't there. He was very talented, but yeah.
Oh, I know. Yeah. When I saw that, I was just like going, holy crap, that guy can sing. But at the same time, I was just like going, he sounds similar to him, but it wasn't the same.
Yeah.
To me, it wasn't the same. I mean, there was still.
Yeah, I mean, but the Asian guy isn't the same either, but he's
Yeah,
very
but
good, boy.
The charisma is there.
Yeah, the chemistry between them all. You're right.
And that's why I tell a lot, like, and I think it was Brian Thrasher from the band Just Dirt, that cover band I used to work with.
Yep.
He was in a phenomenal cover band, and he was saying that I don't sound like anybody. I don't sound like any of these guys, but I'm giving them the illusion. I'm doing it enough in a way that that's what they're hearing. I mean, that's not exactly how he said it, but that's more or less what he was saying is that, a lot of times you don't have to sound exactly the same. You have to give them enough. And a lot of it is the charisma of what they're seeing along with the charisma and of what they're hearing. So it's like the combination of the both, and it has to have feeling to it. If you're just copying it, you better be doing it exactly perfect. If you're just copying it, if you're mimicking it like how they were doing it, it makes it have more feeling, and it makes it seem like it's more real and true to what it is, and it could sound totally different. Because a lot of times, if you go see a cover band, you're going, yeah, wow, that was fucking awesome. That was exactly perfect. If you recorded that night, record the audio, and actually go back the next day and listen to it, you'll be going, wow, he really didn't sound just like him. But you know what? That whole night you were fooled by it, and that's that's the magic of it.
Yeah, that's very true. You can get caught up in a moment, be fooled by the trickery of the magic of the stage and the lights, and But also, there's plenty of people who don't. You can see through it and don't feel that way, and you're just like, it's still good. It's still very good. Often it is through tribute acts or cover bands that I learned to appreciate certain acts better because I didn't like the original in the first place, but this other person's interpretation, while they're trying to sound somewhat like the original, they're different, and
it's actually more appealing.
Mm-hmm. I've heard great so I don't know. I've heard examples of all things of great people trying to just nail it in every play, like the Pink Floyd cover band that played at the dome there, the Cedarwood Dome.
Oh, Cedarwood?
Yeah. They did that whole album. They just didn't they do Dark Side of the Moon, the entire album?
That Pink Floyd. Oh my God.
Yeah. Like
that setup. Oh my gosh.
It took like 2 days to set up, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think 8 keyboards all together, because there was 2 guys playing keys, one on both sides of the jetty and stuff, and oh gosh, but it was awesome.
Oh, they were excellent.
Awesome.
Like they did the entire. I think didn't they?
I think it was Dark Side of the Moon,
and then they did an encore of almost a whole another set of songs.
Yeah,
like a miscellaneous Pink Floyd songs, and they were like that was the first show that they had played. They had like built up to they were just gearing up to do this extravaganza thing. I don't think they were thinking of long-term production, take it on the road.
Yeah.
The feasibility of that, because it was so involved. Like you'd have to strip it down some to be able to reproduce the show in other places, because that venue was well suited for it. And obviously you could do that in other venues, but geez, Louise, a lot of work, man.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
But they were very authentic sounding. Like they delivered a show that was like, they sound like Pink Floyd. They're giving you Pink Floyd, and that's not easy to do.
No, that is not. That's not an easy task, and they definitely did it. And I'm still friends with some of the musicians. Like I can't remember them right off the top of my head because I'm kind of put on the spot when it comes to that. But
now Pink Floyd's a good band to do that with, though, because they're a faceless band. They have a lot of people singing together and stuff like that. And that's why
I know that was definitely one of the shows that forced me to get better at what I was doing.
Yeah.
it just forced it into me and stuff. And it was fun. I mean, would I want to do it again like that in that fashion? No. I would, but I think that I would be able to do it easier now than I could then. Especially with the board I got now. Oh, yeah, it'd be a whole lot easier. But I mean, back then, oh, man, with what I was working with and stuff, how it ended up sounding the way it was surprised me and kind of made myself a little proud of myself at the same time. So
it was a magnum opus. It was gigantic.
Yeah.
It was a big endeavor because they had to, again, start setting up the day before. If you had to set up all that in one day.
Oh, that would have scared the hell out of me trying to do that one day. Because what was there? I think there was 6 to 8 singers. Like I said, the 2.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Massive keyboard
at least
setup.
6 because there was 2 women singing. Those 2 men lead singers.
2 to 3 guitars, bass, and I believe that there was a drummer and percussion.
Yep.
So yeah, it was.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was fun, but scary at the same time, and yeah. Music, gotta love it.
You don't have to. You don't have to do anything, Chris. Stop bossing people. They don't have to love music.
Well, if they don't,
there are people who don't love music.
They don't have to love it. No. But you know what? They have it in their lives and they may not realize it. Because
they probably
it's
realize
in everybody's lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, whether it's a TV commercial or radio commercial or, somebody walking down the street humming something.
Some people are deaf. Some people are hard of hearing. Some people have hearing sensitivities. And maybe this music is just disruptive to their life.
Then, they're the ones that are excluded, and I apologize to those people.
Yeah, you don't need to apologize. You weren't being discriminatory or anything like that. All right, folks, we're wrapping this show up. We're done. We're done here. Yep. You've seen enough. You've heard enough.
Yep.
You've got all the tasty treats of the... oops. Yeah. Closed that a little too soon. Yeah. You've heard new music, you've heard old music, you've heard stuff you've never heard before, stuff you haven't heard in decades. Yep. And what more could you ask for from a show that's for free? Yeah. You can find links to the bands in the descriptions down below where those links may lead. I don't know. I mean, they all lead to some place that's like reputable sites. Mostly, if they're newer bands, you're going to lead to a place that you can buy their music. Yeah. So if you want to buy their music or support them in other ways, you can do that. You can find them and share their music or their pages. You can share our pages. Yep. And you can like and share and other things. Yeah. Subscribe.
Yeah, and all that neat stuff.
Yep. And other than that, we'll see you next week.
Yeah, and as you're listening to this, we'll be at Jazz Bones all socializing with all the music people and whatnot people to maybe come up with other ideas, make this show better. Or you never know.
Never know.
The future can behold many a things. We'll see what happens.
Yep. Now here's some Blanco Bronco.
California, I was way past my prime. I was a lawyer, this informer. I was engaged in a crime. I was an angel, I was a nightmare. I was your warrior disguised. I was dancing with all the devils, having the latest great time. Dancing with all the devils and the ladies. break time. I was your warrior, I was your angel, I was your savior, disguise. I was dancing with all the devils and the ladies. Break time, yeah. I was a DJ in Mississippi. I didn't take any time. I was a lawyer, Mr. Farmer. I was engaged in the crime. I was an angel. I was your soldier. I was your nightmare disguise. I was dancing with all the devils and the ladies. Break time, time. Yeah. 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 I let it ride for me. Yeah. Life go by and it feel like it's moving slow. You remind me that I make mistakes, but I'm still human, no. And friendships never last, I always ruin those. But one day you'll never know when you about to lose them, no. And you don't know when it's time for you to go. And I've been to way too many funerals. I feel so alone. I ain't doing this shit for nothing. 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 I got that call at 7 a.m. to tell me Pizzo died. It had me questioning my life and all of the reasons why. I wish he gave me the keys and sucked it up and asked me to drive. Cause if he did, it'd probably be different and he'd still be alive. Still didn't know if he looking to end the shit. I could've drove and I could've prevented this. Beat myself up every time someone mentioned it. I don't expect you to even be getting it. All these problems I'm going through. Need my luck to change cause it's overdue. When shit turns around and it's going smooth. That's when the sun comes out and I know it's you. Life go by and it feel like it's moving slow. You remind me that I make mistakes, but I'm still human, no. And friendships never last, I always ruin those. But one day you'll never know when you about to lose them, no. And you don't know when it's time for you to go. And I've been to way too many funerals. I feel so alone. I ain't doing this shit for nothing. 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 We got that news at 4 a.m. They said our baby deceased. I died inside and I still cry so much it pains me to sleep. I can't control what's out of my hands. I count the days and the weeks. And if there's space up there, I hope that you can still save me a seat. Still didn't know if we could have prevented it. Thought about suicide, thought about ending it. Save you condolences. I don't need sentiment. I don't expect you to even be getting it. All these problems I'm going through. Need my luck to change cause it's overdue. When shit turns around and it's going smooth. That's when the sun comes out and I know it's you. Life go by and it feel like it's moving slow. You remind me that I make mistakes, but I'm still human, no. And friendships never last, I always ruin those. But one day you'll never know when you about to lose them, no. And you don't know when it's time for you to go. And I've been to way too many funerals. I feel so alone. I ain't doing this shit for nothing. I ain't doing this shit for nothing. I ain't doing this shit for nothing. I ain't doing this shit for nothing, nah.
streets are filled with our bones. It's all over now until the pain's away. Autumn nights in the rain, I've been all around. The sky's still the same. So many there. Autumn nights in the rain, I've been all around. The sky's still the same. Dreams go away until you sleep. Dreams go away until you're asleep.
We'll be making do, oh love me don't. Say you will, oh say you won't. Because I'm not what you think not what you think I am. Oh no, you gotta believe me, baby. I love you all I can. Sometimes people don't see things right. Never have a kiss more than fight. You know I would be that way. Just one word all you gotta say. Say you'll have me back once more. Hear my knocking on your front door. Because I'm not what you think not what you think I am. Oh no, you gotta believe
prophecies call me. The prophecies call me. The prophecies call me. The prophecies call me. The prophecies call me.
On deck, she always ready.
You talking about the cute bitch, cuz? The one with the ass? Man, that bitch ain't gonna go, cuz.
What? Well, watch this, cuz. Watch this.
Hello?
What's up, bitch? I got this little move I'm trying to make. I need you to be ready in about an hour.
An hour? Daddy, I don't even got a babysitter.
So what, bitch? You trying to say you ain't coming? You ain't trying to help me get this money?
I'm coming, Daddy. Just let me call my mom. I'll be ready in an hour.
I told you that bitch gonna go, cuz.
Okay. You did that, nigga.
Bitch, you gon' go. 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 Bitch, you gon' go get the fuck out my face. Peace Supreme, baby, I spit in your face. I'm clowning on the hoes like them raggedy clothes. Pull on your head if I'm ready to go.
We jumped in the building, we fly as a bird. Put our hands in your face like fuck what you heard. And I'm getting it poppin', no stopping, bitches is jocking. Hey, we keepin' them rockin', the beat is knocking like knock, knock, knock.
And then the gun go pop. You niggas Decepticons and we the Autobots.
Like yeah,
roll up. And then the whip gon' squat. You niggas is bitches, take a lot of back shots.
While we big bouncing, blowing on big ounces. Hennessy fifths, your bitch, I been down and I'm sip a little some. Sip a little some. And I'ma grip a little some. Grip a little something like.
Bitch, you gon' go.
Bitch, you gon' go.
Bitch, you gon' go. Bitch, you gon' go. Bitch, you gon' go. Bitch, you gon' go. Bitch, you gon' go. Bitch, you gon' go. Bitch, you gon' go. Bitch, you gon' go. Bitch, you gon' go. Bitch, you gon' go.
Peace
Supreme,
with a capital P. If she ain't selling pussy, she ain't a factor to me. Like, yee.
Or have your bitch out grabbing some cheese. And if it ain't about the Lucci, it don't matter to me. And like, whoa,
whoa. Running like Chris Brown, wrists on flick, talking shit, get your shirt down. Arms up like a touchdown. When I start letting off, bet motherfuckers duck down.
Like get the steppin', undressing the Smith & Wesson, and affordedly I'm storing if niggas is trying to test a nigga way. Smashing on the gas for the cash, fuck brakes. Nigga in the instance, have these niggas jumping gates.
No free passes, this ain't wild waves. I'm old school crippin', deuces and trays.
So check the pocket, there's a blue flag in it, huh? I shoot the rocket if the dude mad trippin', huh? Nigga ain't no favors, we smoking on flavors.
Gassing on these haters, pull out the old scrapers.
Shock 'em like a taser, you know, sharp as a razor, ho. In her ear, something you fear, kicking his flavor, ho. Cause I'm on my shit, I guess mine. And a broke ass bitch don't get time. Got that piff like a mixtape, baby. It's just a bag of the mixed grapes, baby.
Bitch, you gon' go.
Bitch, you gon' go.
Bitch, you gon' go. Bitch, you gon' go. Bitch, you gon' go. Bitch, you gon' go. Bitch, you gon' go. Bitch, you gon' go. Bitch, you gon' go. Bitch, you gon' go. Bitch, you gon' go. Bitch, you gon' go.
Should I choose to simplify? Should I buy?